copy paste that to other places. I'm gonna jab.
You can't hear my drawing pad, right?
I I don't think I can.
It would be obvious if you could. It's like a
Does it
humming
sound
noise.
does it sound like tribal drums?
It sounds like a hmm.
Oh no, I don't.
I broke it, kind of. Now it's very noisy.
Wow, I forgot how many freaking rooms I promote in these days.
I know, right? I deleted half of my Discord servers because I was like, I'm not bothered going through all these again. So I left half my Discord servers.
Okay. I think I got all of them. Or did I?
Jesus, now I have the hiccups. As soon as we start, I get the hiccups.
Is that a running deal or
What, the hiccups?
yeah.
Yeah, I seem to get them quite a bit when I go live.
That might be internalized nervousness kicking in every time.
Didn't I make a
True.
I feel like I made a dark oh, I called it Rowdy Dungeon or something. No, I swear I made a dark empowerment as well. I don't know where it went. Oh well. All right, screw it. I'm gonna make those two actions live and see what happens.
Nice.
Oh, oh, refresh. Excellent. Welcome, one and all, to episode 2 of The Wicked Ones. Wicked Sales, even. And we're down Captain Chum Chum today. We're assuming that he has been trapped in the Shadow Realm and shall join us next session. That happens. I've been trapped in the Shadow Realm before.
Fair enough. I'm there now.
Da-na-na-na. No, and we have gained another player who was mysterious. Well, we know who they are as a person. This is Navy. He is also in the Cyberpunk campaign, but we do not know who he is yet. Oh, mystery. As we begin with the kind of the regular cycle of dungeoning, where revelry begins in, or well, yes, revelry and lurking begins in the dungeon, as the Wicked Ones have just cleared out their own start of a lair, and even imps have begun to join them. So they're riding high on their victories. How does revelry manifest itself within these Wicked Ones?
I know how it would happen for logins in his group, or what would become his group, which is essentially he just goes into extreme levels of praying and screaming and laughing and happiness. Sometimes even at the same time. Usually at the same time. Mostly at the same time.
Hold on. I just realized my Wicked Sales wasn't appearing. There we go. Because yeah, yours is worship. I never knew.
Yeah. I imagine part of the worship, which is he sets a small tree on fire. while laughing maniacally about it.
We'll set a scene. Let's set a scene. Is that what you do? Do you march out into the jungle and do so? Describe it.
Yeah, like essentially, like he grabs his big book of truths, he opens it to a literal random page. He then immediately just spells off the first thing he reads, which is, I guess in this case, like the ending of a story of a kobold falling down a cliff, but falling on gold. So, hey, pretty great. And as he's doing that, he's trying desperately to set a fucking palm tree on fire. And when it inevitably does catch fire, after a lot of dedication and work, he just starts, like, dancing around it and trying not to set himself on fire by being too close to it. And he'll do that for, like, 2 straight hours. Until the...
And dance you do, as you do the dance around this palm tree. And I'm... Yeah, I'm.
I explained it too well.
You explained it too well. I can't find a hole in that. So, yeah. So yeah. You feel quite happy from your victories. How does Fergal's revelry, take him today?
Virgil he's a peaceful being. But he's not murdering and dismembering people. He likes to relax, have a beer, remember the people he's dismembered. You know, typical stuff. So he's going to celebrate with a beverage.
A beverage, you say?
Beverage.
What beverage does Fergal seek out?
Anything with an alcohol value.
Well, I mean, this used to be a lair of like washed ashore pirates. I mean, surely you can find something potent amongst the crap they have.
If I don't, I'll be very surprised.
Well, what do you find?
Yeah, this is part of your story. You can describe exactly what you find.
This is my story.
Virgil finds rum.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What is
your favorite?
Does it have a label?
No. It's a brown bottle, and he says, "I'm going to drink this." And luckily, it's rum. That could have ended horribly, but it didn't.
Indeed. And also, everyone's stress has been cleared because you're partying hard. You're all of the stress of the world are just a little bit better now that you've partied hard and reveled. And now that you've partied hard and reveled, each player roll me 2 dice. For the 2 loot points that you have to look through.
A 5 and a 6 for me.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, I only rolled 1. Fuck. A 6 and a 4 for me.
Wow. Okay, hold on. Each roll. Okay, so you each gain 1 gold. So your both of your gold has gone up by 1, and you got a success. So each of you get to choose just pull out a mundane or valuable item from the loot that you've gathered, and you get to tell me what it is.
Okay.
A mundane or valuable item. So it's not like a potion or a contraption or anything. It's just like an item, but it's like fancy or nice in some way.
Ooh, I know exactly what mine is.
Ooh, what does Loggins find amidst the loot?
It is a little wooden statuette of a earth goddess. Of like some light side goddess.
Okay.
And he's gonna carve the shit out of it to make it a better one.
I found this.
I found a woman.
I found heresy. Now to convert it to not heresy.
It must die.
but it's like a really fucking well carved like statuette. Like this was made by not like a master, but like someone of extreme skill,
Oh,
and he's about to fucking butcher the shit out of it.
nice. What does Fergal find amidst the loot?
Fergal finds a nice gilded chalice.
That you do.
Yeah. So, something many would be like, ugh, just a chalice. Fergal, on the other hand, value and a way to drink alcohol. Woohoo.
Absolutely. What better way for a wicked one to drink than through a golden gilded chalice?
Exactly. We're the masters here. If we don't live in luxury, who does?
Absolutely.
Who does? Someone else, and that's the problem.
Alright, you've reveled. So downtime begins, and I'm gonna do the imps first. So the main thing is that in a second we'll talk about what rooms are actually in your dungeon. But for now, just know that the imps have carved giant sections of into the what was once basically a dead end. There's now like branching paths, and there's already some rooms pattern out. In one room, they even found like a little like it like sinks down into the ocean proper. It's like a inner cove, and they put a little sign. They tap a little sign into that room, and they say Veckel Bear.
Perfect spelling.
What?
It says Veckel Bear. Can't you read?
Exactly, it's perfect spelling. I don't know what it's like. If you can't read it, then you must be some light side crazy thing.
Okay.
And
I never said it was spelled wrong. I just don't know what it says.
oh, that's where your vehicle bay is going to be. That's
Oh, now I get it.
Oh man.
That took me way too long.
Oh, that was good. So, as their downtime action, they make a discovery. They find another one of these little coves, but it's like really small. And I'm gonna roll the dungeon tier because I get to roll for the imps in this case. So the imps immediately come like tugging on your clothes, and they're like, Master! 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 Master!
God.
Yeah.
They like they can't really speak. They just kind of make sounds that vaguely sound like words.
I'll follow them if it shuts them up.
Oh, absolutely. They just kind of the four of them lead you to this cave where there's a winch that has chain that's leading straight into water, but there's also like some like a large like crab beast that's in the side of the room. It is a neutral creature that as you get close, as you see it, it looks at you with his eyes, and it's as big as a horse. The crab creature is just sitting there on the side of the wall, eyeing you, and it snips at you if you try to walk too close.
Lovely.
Oh. Dinner.
But yeah, there's a winch where there's a chain that just leads straight down into the water, and it's all kelpy. You can't really see what's down there.
Is the chain up, or is it like dropped into the water?
It's dropped down like an anchor.
Can we put it up?
You can, but the mechanism's quite rusted.
I'll give it a go.
Are you
I
going to
give
exert
brute
your
force it?
great fungus strength?
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to anyway.
Aw, yeah, that sounds like a smash roll to me.
I'm gonna smash this chain.
You'll smash this chain.
Here we go. Oh, right, I have to do it with no bonus. Oh, that's not
Isn't your
good.
smash 3? Or no, I forgot what you took as your smash.
Trick, smash is up 2.
Oh.
Trick is up 3.
It's just he just rolled that badly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got a 2 and a trick.
So you fail. In what way do you fail? As you're pulling it, does the handle come off? Like,
He's gonna be pulling back, trying to winch it, and it's gonna snap. He's just gonna go whoop onto his ass.
yeah. Yeah, you broke it off. Loggins, maybe you want to try it? As the crab judges you from the other side of the room.
The crab noise is too good. You practiced.
So you asking me if I want to like try this?
Yeah, Virgil seems to want to pull the chain up. Maybe you can give it some kobold juice.
You know what? Yes. Let's do that. Let's fucking go.
I don't want to be anywhere near kobold juice, thank you.
God damn it! A 1.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're just grabbing the chain directly, and it just like you don't even get it up at all. Like
No.
I don't imagine you being even able to do that with a 1.
He's just
I
grabbing
have-
the broken handle. Like, it's not working.
Why won't this work? But no, like Loggins is far too weak to lift such a heavy chain. Sometimes he struggles to even lift his own book of truths. It's that big.
Virgo's gonna get an idea, if he may.
Ooh, what idea does Fergal have?
Forget the winch. There's a perfectly good chain to yank on its own. He's gonna attempt to pull it out, just, using his feet, his shoulders, his weight against it. He's gonna do everything he can.
All right, go for it.
Would that be smash as well?
Yeah, this is your strength. Anytime you're using your strength and power.
That's a success.
Oh, describe the style in which you pull up this heavy chain.
He's gonna just shove his hands in, a little, squish, because it's covered in crap. He's just gonna yank it and start pulling it up and up and up as he starts to strain a bit more as whatever is at the bottom is the top.
You pull pull it out of the water and lug a heavy anchor onto the shore, but attached to the anchor is a skeleton that has been completely picked apart by the elements, wearing a extravagant hat, and is like tied against it with a note like that was once attached to it, but is now just green and molded. You can't even make out the light tongue of which is on it.
No, Captain Chum Chum.
The skeleton immediately gets up and says, "I have been summoned. I speak for the crabs, and they judge you."
That's creepy.
Name's Bosun Maxile.
Oh, it's you, Skeletor.
Yeah.
Hello, skeleton.
Should we put him back?
Yeah,
No.
the skeleton is wearing like a very fancy pirate hat, like a tricorn with like nice gold inlays and like crab chitin across the
I
actual
think
like,
we should put him
rim of
back.
it.
No, he's fantastic. He's durable enough to survive underwater for so long. He's useful.
How do you
And
know he's there
wearing
for
a
so
crab.
long?
He's wearing like a crab breastplate.
Because he's a skeleton. He's been down there for so long. He's now bones.
What if he was bones before he went down there?
No, I've been down there forever.
See?
We didn't ask you.
He's a comrade.
Yeah.
But that means you have to share the wealth.
I immediately turned to the crab and say, "Hi, Frank."
Click, click, click.
The moment Virgil says that, like, Loggins just kind of just stalls. Like it's like his computer brain just fucking broke for a moment as he's trying to comprehend the idea of sharing wealth, and he's struggling really badly. God
Plus, he might not
damn.
be a fan of your religion.
Only religion is crabs.
That's a disease, mate, not a religion.
Oh, not like the one over there.
Oh.
As the bony finger just kind of points at the crab.
Oh, why were you put on an anchor and shoved into the depths?
I don't know. Been down there for. You see like the barnacles in his head kind of just like slithering there, almost like in like a thinking motion.
Something tells me he's not the brightest tool. Brightest tool? That's not the saying.
I need more copy for this.
Brightest tool in the shed.
We have already broken the GM, and we've only been playing for about 20 minutes.
Everybody knows that saying. I'm not the brightest tool in the shed.
He's immediately just. So yeah, no.
You don't have a brain, do you?
It's just barnacles in there.
I mean, they're living being. Technically, they have brains, don't they?
Not really.
Hmm.
Well,
How do I change as?
Oh,
Remember how to do that.
oh, you click on the like as name, and then you click on it, and it'll bring up like the list.
Yeah, I changed to my character.
Yeah, is there two of them for you? Then like click on the little drop down menu.
Yeah, there is.
Well,
I've
no,
changed it to my character name.
it'll change that when you like type and such. It doesn't do that unless we put a token or a portrait in your character sheet, because then it'll appear when you do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
But no, this is like a skeleton with a lot of barnacles and just various like just kind of growing onto the like latched onto the bones. And
Fine, I guess we can keep him.
Yes, he can.
He is wearing a nice hat. Like
I want your hat.
it's my hat.
And it's our dungeon. So go away!
As I level a blunderbuss.
That's his hat.
You can't kill plants, man. We're everywhere. Is a fungus a
I thought you
plant?
would be a fun guy.
No, I think fungus are their own like thing.
They're like plants, but they're different apparently.
Yeah, because a lot of them are parasitic.
Oh, that's true. What's that supposed to mean, huh?
Yeah, who are you calling a parasite?
You call them parasites?
I'm being abused today.
Let's not make bones about this.
Oh god.
I don't have a
But-
bone to pick with you.
Why are we turning into mobsters?
I don't know. See?
Yeah,
it's
see?
Kind of it kind of goes right back around Skeletor and Mobster, like really close from the scale.
That is true. Is there a difference between Skeletor and Mobster to scale? I mean,
For a second, I thought you just said lobster, and I'm like, I think there's a big difference between Skeletor and a
You
lobster.
FBI.
I would love to see Skeletor the lobster.
All right, moving
Oh,
on.
yeah, met
Yeah,
him.
Mental Jin, you're
we
stay on target. Stay on target.
we have our new companion. I'm going to free him from these chains.
Oh, that's probably a good
That's
idea.
right. How could you level a blunderbuss if you're chained up?
Ah, don't let him out then.
Extreme
Like he's definitely
skill.
holding a blunderbuss in one hand, kind of like jiggling it around.
Like behind his back, pointing in the opposite direction.
He doesn't have muscles to tear, so he can hold it in one finger and hope to God the fingers
I
will
just
fall.
go, oh wait, I could have done this all the time ago. As I just crumble into a pile of bones.
Oh, I knew he was stupid.
Do you want to spend one stress to just crumple and then reform outside of the chains?
Sure, I'll spend one stress on that.
Then yeah, that's easy. You crumple out and then just reform standing next to the anchor.
Lovely.
Right.
It's like,
Oh,
well,
you're gonna be a pain in my ass.
no, he'll be a pain in other people's asses when we eventually destroy them.
No, they'll be dead. There's a difference. You can't annoy them if they're dead.
Frank the Dire Crab clicks and clacks at you as you feel the neutral creatures kind of upset with this conversation happening in its lair.
Let's
Right.
get somewhere different before the crab kills us.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
not the
I'm gonna
business
sit with
of
Frank
house.
the crab.
It also clicks and clacks. I mean, not as much because it kind of. I'm not sure if it would actually you move, so I guess it would be annoyed with you, but you're also dead. So I'm not sure if
Also-
it.
Also, I'm wearing a crab as a chest plate.
Okay. He's still not friendly to you, but he doesn't seem to mind your presence as much.
If any of you are wearing his dead brethren, wouldn't he find that more reason to be aggressive?
Crabs are cannibalistic.
Ah, never mind then. I didn't know that.
And also not all too bright.
But they are immortal. Because we've not had a single one that's died of no crabs. No, that was lobsters. Fucking hell, I'm bad at knowing species today. I'm
Crabs,
done.
they're immortal.
Help me.
No wonder Mr. Krabs is a really good business owner.
I know, right?
Because he doesn't die.
All right, each PC takes a downtime action. So, there's a multitude of things you can do. Because your imps took their time to find that discovery, and also they're just generally finishing things up. I really wanted to decide like the atmosphere and such like that for the dungeon, but again, it's really hard with Captain Chum Chum not here. Because essentially he no called no showed the session, and I'm really frustrated because I'm like I wanted to do all of the concreting what the dungeon's like, and I don't want to say, well, you weren't here so you don't get any say, because he's one of the main characters. So, I guess let's quickly do the dungeon layout then. I mean, not finalizing it, but dungeon startup. I mean, wherever the loopadoo that is. Ah, here it is. Okay, so we know we want to hide out.
Yes.
The entrance. What do you think the entrance looks like from outside?
I was thinking creepy building that has big chunky staircase that goes down into creepy basement dungeon area.
Okay, so you want to build like a shack, like a mine shack almost
Yes.
into it.
Well, first of all, if we build just like a spray opening. If it rains, it's gonna get wet. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any other thoughts on that? Are they good with Mine Shack or?
I would say like kind of a mine shaft, but as the entrance, kind of like a broken boat. Since this was originally like a pirate cove.
I remember last.
Seaman shack. No, not that word.
Hmm.
A sailor's house. Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah,
My last word to be seaman.
God damn. But I remember last session we pondered the idea that like it kind of looks like the beginning of like a village or something.
Yes.
Well, you wanted to have like build part of a village on top of the on the island you're on.
Yeah.
So structure. What are the floors and walls made out of in this dungeon?
Floors made of walls, and the walls are made of floors.
No, God damn it, no. Because we're still utilizing the cave at the end of the day, so it's
Yes.
so all the walls are going to be like wettish, eroded, smoothish stone.
That's true.
And and the floors I think would be a mixture between the same kind of stone, but also like very crude, like mud brick, like almost like it's a road.
Like a carved, like crudely carved stone brick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where they're trying to like expand it and make it look a little nicer than what the original cave allowed.
All right. What y'all thinking as far as lighting? Like torches? Is there magical illumination?
Oh, you have to go torches. You have to go torches for dungeon. Right?
Okay.
They drastically improve the property value.
And all the extra fires help keep the place warm. Until you choke out on the smoke anyway.
Okay,
in which
I'm
case,
stroking out on the word torches. Okay. I still did. Fuck it. Autocorrect.
Autocorrect. Save me.
Atmospherics. What sound and smells greet those who go into this dungeon?
There's got to be a watery sound. Like drip, drip, drip. Or whoosh.
Yeah, like a constant, never-ending drip that always sounds like all around you. That
Okay,
sounds
so drippings of water. I like that.
It's a moist and murky cave, you know.
Moist.
Dripping.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think maybe the smell, like it smells of. Oh yeah, carry on, sorry.
I said it smells like rotting seaweed and like just over like in shellfish.
A bad
Yes.
sushi restaurant.
A sushi restaurant that's had several months without a working fridge. A kind of, oh god, this is rotting fish everywhere.
You know when you go on holiday and there's always that one seafood place that's really bad and you can just tell by looking at it you're gonna die if you eat the food there.
So
That smell.
so it smells utterly ripe. Okay.
Yeah.
Hoard. What makes up the piles of treasures in your hoard? So, like, scattered coins, stacks of weapons of armor. Are you the kind of guys who have just a giant pile of filthy gold and lucre in chests in the corner of your sanctum? Like, what does your treasure end up looking like at the end of the day?
Yeah, piles of like in boxes, like in chests, piles, but separated, mind you. You know, coins in the coin chest.
Oh, so you organized them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I need to know what some things I might want to use. You know.
Okay, so organized chests of filthy lucre. Awesome.
Yes.
Lots of coinage. Can't go wrong with coinage.
And then the initial dungeon. So the players take turn drawing. So essentially what I want you to do is there's a list here. And I'm going to post it in the Wicked Sales room. And each of you gets to pick and describe that room and where you want it to be in the grand scheme of things. So what I'll do for you is in this little mapping area that I'm gonna just say, boom, that's the entrance, and then like say you want that over there, and you'll be like T and then 1 dot, and then that's your rating 1 trap. See what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of
Well,
speaking
for
in
enemy crabs.
riddles, but so who wants to go first? Pick off the list, here.
I don't mind. Like, we need because you posted here, a tier 1 room, a tier 2 room, and then a bunch of like tricks and stuff, like various traps. And I think I know what the creature lair is gonna be.
We kind of have it already picked out. It's like it's literally sitting in the corner of one room.
Oh no, that's extra.
Oh, that is?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, what I'm getting at is that's actually a hazard. It's that crab is going to chew apart any imps that try to work in that room, and whenever it's defeated, basically the crab's gonna like retreat underwards, regenerate, and come back twice as pissed off.
Hooray.
It will only get angrier.
So let's
And-
avoid the crab lord.
Yeah, and oops, sorry, carry on.
I'm almost half tempted to try and ferry our enemies into the crab room.
I mean, you're more than welcome to say to write dungeon duty crab room. Like, you can accept that as one of your dungeon duties, maybe, if you want.
Yeah, no, I'd totally take the crab room.
Okay.
Dungeon duty, crabs.
Yeah, I have crabs. Wait.
What's on your schedule today? Just crabs. Huh?
Like, I think
So that can be like a tier 1.
Yes. It is but a single angry dire crab.
Shit. I accidentally
Did,
threw a couple of dots. Whoopsie daisy.
did you accidentally?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out like how to do the draw shape thing. Like, so the my brain just went empty for a second. Oh, god damn it.
Yes, sir.
Actually, no, sorry. I know what one of the tier 1 room is going to be. It's going to be like a chapel of sorts.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
I can't start off with a great, magnificent cathedral in my goddess's honor. I gotta like work my way up and like steal everyone else's shit to like decorate it.
Okay, so it's it's a little chapel dedicated to Gamosha.
Yeah, and in terms of like where the entrance is and all that, I imagine it's one of the first fucking rooms. Unfortunately,
do you want it to oh wait, draw mode. So do you want it to just kind of open up there and we'll
Yeah. Like, unfortunately, one of the very first places you walk into is the place where a bunch of fucking crazy kobolds worshipping their cult-like deity.
Well, it's like one of the places that you go to because as a tier 1 room, it's mostly just kind of a room that you use to help revel in, but it doesn't necessarily have extra rules.
Yeah.
And thankfully, it's not a tier 3 room because a tier 3 room because I think the adventurers loot that and like regenerate health if they get to a tier 3 room. So you wanna put those tuck those near the back. Um, but that's not including tier 3 layers, locks, traps. That's separate.
Oh, okay.
I specifically mean shit like the vehicle bay or the gambling den.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I am somewhat concerned about the maybe pushing that room back, having like a hallway leading to it.
To a whole way to the chapel, or
Yeah,
to a different.
Like from the
oh,
entrance,
yeah.
you can go like right into the chapel, and then, but there's also, but we could, section that off and have it.
Like there's like two ways like someone could go in,
Yeah.
like and enter essentially.
Okay, so
So
you
tier one-
wanted to kind of branch off like that.
Yeah, that was my thoughts. Is
Yeah.
so we can install a lock later or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you want to choose off the list because we have our tier 1 room?
I think I'd be best with mechanisms and tricks, traps, and all sorts of nasties there. Probably be more of my speed.
Yeah. Because with the tier 1 now, so we need to figure out what the tier 2 is going to be, which is a bit of a hefty thing.
I mean, I recommend the guard room because that one's pretty straightforward. Someone can stash their minions there, and so you can consistently know that your minions will be there in defense because the minions wander. They're always like doing different stuff around the dungeon. So when adventurers come, they're usually like sometimes they're in like a completely different room than you put them, but the guard room is consistent.
Yeah, we could probably have like from this new hallway, that could be where it leads into the guard room.
Oh, are you sure you
Maybe.
want to have the minions be your first line of defense? They won't like that.
I actually want there to be a monster room or something there first. Like a monster layer.
Yeah, the creature layer maybe? Like with our soon to be carnivorous ostrich breeding program.
Oh god.
My character's still making the vote for giant vicious lobsters or pit bull crabs.
We already know there's massive carnivorous ostriches.
Ostriches?
Yeah, there's sausages, the giant carnivorous sausages.
Yep. Yeah, it's just that's my character's thing. He's
All
just
right.
gonna vote for
So
something more crabby.
so there's the regular tier 1 creature layer. Who wants the dungeon duty for this creature layer?
I'll take it.
Okay.
I shall look after these creatures and bring them and turn them into a glorious suicidal charge that I occasionally set on fire to set the jungle on.
Okay.
Set the jungle ablaze.
So so now Navy, you can either pick off the list or you can place the discovery that or actually no, I get to place that because I rolled a failure. So yeah, fuck you guys. It's gonna be it's gonna be like right behind the chapel, and I'm gonna put a little uh-oh sign next to it.
Okay, so that's my duty.
Yeah, so that's on you. And now you can pick off the room, Navy. Or pick off the list, Navy.
Let's see. Okay, I have some ideas of how to get. I want to kind of play off of the crab hazard. Like if they breach our temple the temple, which is probably gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
They will attack. They'll reach the giant enemy crab. I almost kind of want to lure them through that room, to a degree.
I mean, is that where you want to put the trick?
I could definitely. could definitely put it. I mean, right here is an option where to put the trick, but if Lockins is kosher with that,
I don't mind.
Okay.
so yeah, now I'm gonna put a trick. Basically, I almost want to attach it to a chapel to kind of lure adventurers through the chapel.
Okay. So you want to put it like right there? Okay.
Essentially, yes, to lure them into the chapel.
Okay. So that's like. Okay. So that's your second duty then. You want chart or I mean that doesn't have to be you, Navy, but that's the purpose of the trick is you want the trick to funnel them towards the chapel. Because
Yeah.
that's perfectly acceptable. Absolutely. Who wants to take control of that? Fergal, you don't have any duties yet.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Do you want that one?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, the trick?
Yeah, the tier 1 trick that's at the beginning there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tier 1 trick and the description's gonna be lures invaders into the chapel.
Yeah, I'm good with taking that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Like potentially
And-
potentially have like a smoothed off like illusory wall or something. I don't know. Get creative.
Okay. What else do we have here? We'll hold on to the vehicle bay. We'll hold on to the
We still want a guard room past the
Yes.
auspices.
Yeah, so okay, so you have a tier 2 room left, you have a tier 3 room left, the lock and the trap.
I'm almost
I got
thinking
the
like
trap.
maybe the guard house is like the tier 2, like it's one hell of a guard room.
All right, where do you want it to be?
After the creature lair, like it goes down a little hallway and then boom, there's the guard house.
The neutral crab or the one you're in charge of?
The one I'm in charge of.
Okay, so we're gonna go doodle-doo-doo, and then doodle-doo-doo,
Oh, to the Mad Cave?
G
Yes.
P guard post.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
Who
a
wants?
quarter trap, I guess.
And I'm actually gonna reserve that guard post for Chum Chum. I'm gonna say that's something that Captain Chum Chum is gonna say he wants.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him control of that guard post.
I got spammed with a post. It's amazing.
You
It's
should
a
set them on
picture.
fire.
It's great though. It's a picture that says you're straight, but right, it literally just says you're straight, but Instagram tagged it. See why fact checkers say this is.
Oh, yeah, you cut off there.
I think that's for the best.
Yeah.
Tier 1
No,
trap, tier
yeah.
1 lock. So talk to me, Navy and chill out. Who wants to place the lock? Who wants to place the trap?
I'll take the
a
trap.
Oh.
I'm actually looking to see what kind of trap I want it to be.
Okay, I guess I'll go with the lock.
It'll be tier 1, so it can't be anything too crazy.
Yeah, it's more it can be dangerous, but not necessarily foolproof. Or I mean, like, you know, it's something that could realistically fail. Like a scything blade or blow darts, or maybe it's a fall pit or something, you know?
I actually have a good one. Where was it?
Huh.
The hero sandwich.
Is it a crusher?
Basically, what?
Is it a crusher? Does it
Yeah, essentially what's happening is that there's a pit that's covered by a mechanism that when the hero steps on it, the floors in front and behind him close on top of the pit, basically
Whoa.
bonking him on the head.
You're almost a hero sandwich.
Yeah, essentially it's going to try and crush him into the floor that's descending.
All right.
So the two hinges will meet where his head is, but all he has to do to avoid it is simply duck.
And I assume you want that behind the crab room. I can move it. Are you thinking like over here instead?
Now that okay,
or maybe here.
It's a trap.
Or
Hero sand.
Or maybe
Ooh.
placement wise, where are you thinking?
Well, let's see. Let's see. The guard post is gonna be one of our more dangerous areas. You know what? How about in between the crab room and the creature room?
Hey now.
Basically linking that into a loop. Because this is a corridor style trap, so essentially they don't even take this route at all. It just loops them through all the rooms.
That's funny. Oh, then
like it's convenient.
Maybe that's where you want to put the lock. And double down on the idea that they won't go that way.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a very good idea.
Okay, so it sounds like Navy wanted the trap. Who wants to be in charge of this lock? What kind of door is this? Let's get cool with this.
Can I take control of the lock? That's okay.
Yeah. What's the door like, Loggins?
Okay. You know those all those like adventure games where whenever you go to any kind of pirate like thing, there's always a puzzle that's very pirate themed. Like it's essentially this big door with a huge circular like it's not like a device, but like a plaque that's shaped like that, has a skull on it, and it has in very broken light tongue like solve to open or something like that, or solve to up. He's trying his hardest, and essentially you need to like grab like 3 different objects to insert into this door and it will open, but you gotta go through the chapel to get to these parts.
Okay, that's fair. Cause
It's a puzzle lock.
Yeah, that's funny because who was in charge of the trick at the door? Fergal.
Sorry.
Describe the trick. How does the trick funnel away from the big obvious puzzle door? Like,
I want to go away from the obvious and just have a big marquee. But a big arrow, but I feel that's a bit too... What about detour sign? Detour, go this way.
oh, do you put up like a dangerous passage like thing? Like do you put up warning markers to make people think that way's dangerous?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it look a lot more dangerous than...
18 imps have died constructing this door today.
Look, all we need to do is put a massive sign that says "Days since accident." Put a 0 and cover it in blood.
So make sure on your sheet to type down what dungeon duties you are, and maybe write down some notes to remember what these devices look like. But it looks like we have the start of a fantabulous dungeon. And we did reserve the guard post for Captain Chum Chum.
Yeah, I think Chillout gets next dungeon duty, since I have 2 and
Well, I think we're actually out of duties
Loggins
to.
has 3.
I think we're out of rooms to put down besides the vehicle bay, and I mean I'm gonna put it right there.
I wonder if our minions will be happy with the fact that there's this big little loopy thing right here.
I think they'll dig it. And then that's the way down. And I know you at home can't see this yet. I'm gonna draw it up in Krita over the next week. And I'm gonna make sure I draw it so that there's room to expand. It looks like the circuit, we have a pretty good idea of how we want that to look. Hey Loggins, I'm hearing your fan a little bit.
Double kill.
Ah! Thank you, Liching Hour, for the 50 bits.
Scare you a bit much there?
I forgot how loud my alerts were.
That's one thing I'm glad about bits yet. Because I know I'm gonna have to set up alerts, and I'm just worried I'm gonna forget they're there and shit myself.
So I heartily recommend using the Streamlabs or Stream Elements website to do that, because it has a really easy interface.
Nice.
I shall be right back very quick. Give me one moment, I do apologise.
Excellent. Okay, so we place. Yeah, I mean, this is good time as any for a quick breather, quick stretch break. But all I wanted to say is that was the big part, is figuring out how we wanted our dungeon to look. Right now, if to recap, while Loggins is away, the dungeon the Wicked Ones have created consists right now of a dugout, rough-hewn, damp, moist, smells like sea fish, shellfish, and rotten seaweed as you go in a circle and then get dumped into a guard post where pirate minions are gonna beat you up, and then it extends out into a vehicle bay with a like half-built floating thing that imps are like working on, and then it goes down into a stairway into the sanctum. So when Loggins is back, let's talk about your sanctum. But
Quick question: can we move rooms later?
move them? Not really.
Tear them down and put them back up.
I mean, I don't. It's weird. They don't say you can, but if you come up with a good enough reason and way, I don't really see why not.
I mean, that's kind of the point of this system, I feel like, is if you can really get a good story reason why not?
Yeah.
Almost like a
Yeah, like if you want to explain the process of transplanting the giant ostriches to another room, then by all means.
you have to cage up each individual ostrich. We lose like 10 imps in the process.
But the way they want you to build the dungeon, they want you to go tier 1 to tier 2 to tier 3 anyway. So
I was thinking of potentially like moving the vehicle bay to a degree, or moving things in front of it.
well, what I'm thinking is at some point here or even in the guard post itself, Locke's tricks and locks and tricks. If you put like a really big ass lock here, then you're gonna make it really hard for people to go that way, and then you can make another circuit of death.
Yeah, because it eventually has to
I'm
lead
gonna be right
back.
back.
Okay.
Like there has to be a route to the sanctum.
Yes. No matter what, they will get to the sanctum. You can never frustrate them so much that they leave. That's not that they flat out say that adventurers are too determined.
They'll eventually crack the lock. They'll eventually.
Yeah. So you're not really able to have them go on a wild goose chase so much that they just get bored. They'll eventually figure it out and get in.
The main thing is just getting enough attrition. Make the way getting there as attrition prone as possible.
Absolutely.
Okay. Hence the loop of death that we just installed.
Indeed, because that's really smart. Because that ensures that they are gonna hit the hazardous creature and the trap, which is pretty great.
And another creature.
And another creature files out right into guard post. So that's good. That's a good dungeon feng shui.
The river must flow. That is actually a feng shui thing.
Indeed, the river must flow. So that was the big like stopping what we're doing to discuss the dungeon thing, because I really wanted to get that done. I know everyone's still away, but that's okay.
I have an argument with Captain Chum Chum about me putting crab legs onto the submarine.
That's a scene we can do next time when he's here. I'm gonna. He is still not online. That's okay. You know what I think it is? I bet there's like a power outage or something.
I'm still looking at potentially oversleeping.
That's also possible. I hope not, because we're having so much fun.
Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at the Grim Juice traps. That's where I pulled the hero sandwich one.
Hero sandwich. That's funny. There's one trap in that book I was talking about called Dance or Die, where there's music in the room, and if you fail to dance while in that room, gravity will pull you upwards, and when you start dancing, you will fall.
One of the crazier ones is called the Urang, where it's like you have the room as a giant bell, and there's like the trick is that there's a giant like golden ball just suspended in the center of the room. But when someone gets on there, it pulls down triggers and mechanisms, causing the whole room to swing back and forth, hitting the golden ball, making a ringing noise.
Ah.
So you literally just turn the room into a giant bell, just going bong 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 bong. We're being invaded.
Absolutely, because the other thing is, from now on, you're able to use your downtime actions to build and advance and innovate.
Trap, though.
Huh?
I'm assuming the giant golden ball thing would be a tier 3 trap.
Well, it depends on how extremely lethal it is. If it's super extremely lethal, that's probably tier 3.
Yeah, no, it's literally throwing people around inside of a giant room that's shaking like a...
That's funny.
Yeah, no, they have a little diagram right here.
Mm.
And they can't leave until the room is settled.
Oh, you rang. You rang. Okay, that's funny. Wow, that's a really cerebral pun there. That's funny.
Yeah. Another one they had was the the infinite pit drop, where you go up to you go up the stairs, but then it turns into a slide, which falls like 5 feet into a portal, and the other end of the portal is literally just to the left of it.
Hmm.
That's on the ceiling, so they slide down this big staircase, and they just fall from the ceiling onto a giant target that's concealing a spike.
Ah, I see. What were you thinking as your first your downtime action? Did you have a idea on that?
Minion.
That's a pretty good first choice. Yes. Yeah, that's the other reason why I'm kind of bummed Chum Chum isn't here, is I want him to have a big part in the factions that we're going to be on the map. I'm thinking that I'll ask him between sessions, and I'll add those to the map as well.
Alright. I guess I'll have to be. So much.
Because
Even though it's pretty dangerous, it's. I was thinking the hero sandwich one's it's dangerous, but it's very easy to dodge.
but I don't think you heard. I heard you. What action?
No, I was looking over the trap I selected.
Oh no, I was saying downtime action. What were you thinking as for your? Oh no, you told me recruited your minion. Got so much on my mind right now. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Having a minion is just has to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's really not that hard for you to figure out where you get it, because I imagine you could just walk around the shore until you find some crab people. It's like, I'm going to take a stroll!
A stroll at the bottom of the ocean.
Because yeah, you have to explain how you get how you recruit them, but it's pretty easy when you can just walk underwater.
Yeah, I literally just walk to the enclave and say, "You are my minion now." Join me and be the doom to the light, to the surface dwellers.
Interesting.
And I'm back. Sorry about that.
Welcome back. Jesus.
I had to help my mum out.
Ah, that's fine.
We're still waiting on the chill out corner.
Ah, okay.
And I don't blame him, because he's dealing with a lot of pain right now. In fact, he's a champ for even showing up today. Like,
Yeah.
big shout out to the chill out corner for being able to make it, because he took a bit of a spill, hurt himself, and he's recovering, and I'm so glad.
His spine is now made of pain.
Yeah, that sucks. I don't wish that upon anyone but my enemies. Like, that's awful.
It's like, ah, heck. Well, you know it's bad when you have to describe it as 4 times stronger painkillers. That means it's more than a paracetamol.
It might be straight OxyContin.
Yeah, he might be rocking Oxy.
Wait, Wait, I only have 6 on the stress wheel. I don't really understand how the. I seen like in the images there's like 8 stress wheels.
Oh, that's for projects.
Yeah, like they're used as like a countdown feature.
Yeah, the 6 wheel is for the Wicked Ones themselves. What was I about to mumble? Oh yeah, Loggins, what were you thinking of for your first downtime action? What
I am going to do a ritual.
in addition to the one you can already do, is it for free or?
Yes.
Oh, you just want to work on a ritual.
Yes. like now that he's got a place to call home, he's immediately going to begin doing the chanting.
That sounds about right, because after all, you're going to have to find out about the world somehow, so you might as well use your dark magic to do so, for you are envious of this knowledge.
Yes, I am. I fucking need it. People tell me I don't, and they're liars. And they're wrong.
Absolutely. I'm gonna top up my coffee.
Yeah, I'm hiring a minion.
Ooh.
It's a crab man.
Lovely.
Well, you get to declare whether it's 2 to 5 of them. Like, is it 2 really powerful crabs or 5 like what's your mind palace on that?
Well, they are essentially they are workers.
Hmm. So do you have
So
2 of them? Is it Wingus and Dingus?
How about Snips and Snatch?
Snips and
Don't forget to write that down.
Oh, how could you forget that? I don't know why I put my coffee back down. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, Snip.
It's like I'm going to refill my coffee by putting down my coffee and walking off away from it. Very smart.
Yeah, Snip. Oh, I actually made a reference to
Hmm?
That was a reference to a little historical thing that happened. I forget. What was his name? Simon Mann? The
Do not
mercenary.
know, sadly. Do not know, sadly. Sadly, I do not know. My period of history is incredibly specific. Mainly the 2 world wars. Mainly first one.
This was
That's
like
not
in the
the-
80s. He
Yeah.
was hired by Snitch and Snatcher.
Ah.
One of which was Margaret Thatcher's son, to basically overthrow a government
Oh, nice.
in Africa that was rich in oil. I mean, it was the 80s.
Oil was very important back then. Still is, but slowly not as much.
Yeah, no, back in the day, Britain was definitely overthrowing governments for oil.
Look, we need oil, okay?
So how's
That's
that
just a
British
fact,
Empire
really.
doing these days, Will?
One day it will return! You
I'm not gonna mention-
bastard. Like, we still got Gibraltar. We still got
Falklands.
Yeah, we still got Gibraltar, the Falklands, and a few African places. And that's it. But the French have a bigger empire than us, and yet we're the ones demonized. Why aren't people complaining over the French? In fact, they adamantly refuse to give up on some of their holdings, even though some of them want to.
Calm down, Brett.
Never.
Your empire's gone and it's never coming back.
No, I'm depressed.
Hold on.
I think my
There we
favorite
go.
British joke is name something that feels British but isn't.
Any-
Most of the contents of the British.
Maybe I'd like to continue the game.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know Chill Out isn't back yet, but
He just logged back into.
oh, did you just log back in? Is he on his way?
He's back in Roll20.
Oh.
Hmm.
Maybe his camera froze and no, it looks
Yeah, it's moving.
no.
Ooh.
I hope he's all right.
Yeah, I hope he is too.
Oh, did I just? Oh, it's because I did that. Hold on. All right, so in fact, yeah, logins. Like, let's talk about this ritual. What kind of ritual were you planning on? Talk to me about this dark ritual.
Yeah, the idea in my head is that he is wanting to not exactly get a lay of the land, but like figure out if there's something like strangely important on this island.
Keep in mind that dark ritual gives you 3 black mana.
Yes, it does, and then I can summon a couple of zombies, and it'd be great. I think you can summon more than one in.
So I'm sorry. Repeat that again, logins. Like, what were you thinking?
Essentially, he's wanting to like find something of like fairly okay worth on this island.
Oh, on the island specifically.
Yes,
Okay.
because I also want to be able to cast it within my lifetime, so I don't want to go like across this region and then spend like many sessions just to learn of like a chest of gold.
Okay. Okay. So
Sorry about that.
that's all good.
Some mad issues.
Loggins was just describing how he wishes to cast a dark ritual to locate loot. So you want to do okay, so I'm gonna say that's a tier 2 magic ritual. So that's
Okay.
a 4-section clock. Which is
Ah.
fine because you've got two of them dealies anyway.
Yeah.
So let me quickly look at what we got here. The layout of this book is a little painful at times.
I'm very glad for bookmarks.
Aren't we all?
They've saved me so much time. Until I buy the
Search
physical
function.
book.
Okay,
Yeah.
so tier 2 just means it's a 4-segment clock. Okay. Then yeah, I want you to describe what form this ritual takes and then roll your invocation for this dark ritual to begin the dark ritual.
Yes. So essentially, he starts off by like putting down several candles, in a not in a circle because that's a bit bland. He does it in a square, and he then, using a rock, draws various weird patterns on the ground that he then sets on fire. And he's also giving out like the proper chanting and like the words of power and all that to like activate this ritual, or at least begin it.
Okay. Nice.
The downside is I imagine that the closer it is to completion, the bigger the flame gets, until like it's almost setting him on fire. Like he's always having to keep backing up because of how big it's getting.
Well, let's see how big that fire goes. Roll your invocation.
Yes, I almost rolled a standard D6, which would have been very bad for me, because my invocation is much better than that. So, there's no bonus.
Yeah, it turns out we were doing bonuses wrong. I don't know why it even gives the option of bonuses at this point. It's kind of weird.
A mixed.
A mixed, which I believe adds 1 slice to it. Let me quickly look.
Yeah. Happens, but...
Like I said, they really do. Oh wait.
I'm trying to look through it as well.
If you roll mixed, you must also pay a cost to complete it. Okay, so it's yes, but so I think you have to sacrifice some gold to do that. I think.
Gold, blood.
Yep.
Like I said, they've put these rules all over the book, so I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, even on the page of laws of ritual magic, it doesn't actually describe like what happens if you roll a certain dice.
Well, no, this would be under downtime rolls, of which that is literally all over the book. Ugh.
Heck.
I don't know if I can hire my minions.
Potentially you can. For now, I don't mind spending a gold to like activate it, just so that we can keep going.
Okay, because I'm extremely confused with how these clocks go. Oh wait, no, hold on. I think I figured it out. I'm sorry.
Okay.
One tick. Yeah, you have to pay 1 gold, and you'll get one notch on the wedge.
Okay.
Sorry, that it took. Like I said, they do put these rules all over the book.
Yep, and I'll write that down now.
All right, and the flame begins to grow a little bit. You get another downtime action. Are you going to continue the ritual?
Yes. He is focusing hard on it.
All right. What stanza of the ritual are you at? Like, what are you chanting?
He's essentially chanting the equivalent of like, why the fuck don't I own this? Like he is going hardcore into like what he desperately wants in life and what he's always been denied. And it just sounds like the crazed ranting of a banker who hasn't succeeded even though he wants to.
Where are you doing this?
If we go, he's either doing it outside, or he's actually no, he's doing it outside. Probably where he first did his bit of revelry, that first burned out tree. That's where he just set everything up.
So just one night you march out and you're doing this psychotic kobold dance.
Yes, and well, complaining constantly, which is also what's activating the spell, the ritual.
All right, roll me another invocation for that.
Sure thing. Another mixed.
That's one more tick. The Gamosha has not yet answered your complaints.
She will eventually.
But the message is burned in your mind. You must achieve wealth to know wealth.
Yes. There we go. Knows what I just realised I found where the dungeon duties part in the character sheet was. I was using abilities to write it down.
Oh, whoops.
God damn it. Oh well, I can hide those now.
Burgle, Bosun, would you like to set a scene in which you begin a downtime action or do a downtime action? Like, any thoughts?
I'll come to mind. I mean, Bosun can go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna go for recruiting some minions.
Okay.
I'm going to, essentially just waltz underwater to the crab people enclave and start ranting
How does the
because
bosun
surface
know the
dwellers.
way? How do you know the way?
I follow the sensual snipping
Just
of the land. Essentially, I wander just following the.
this sounds like a role to find and convince these crabs.
This could probably be a trick roll.
How do you trick them?
I'm gonna say by the power of my hat and my authority. I'm gonna be promising doom to surface dwellers and things like that.
So you shout out at the snipping darkness that you hate the light?
Yes, that they shall know the wrath of the crabs beneath and our snipping and pinching claws below.
All right. Roll it.
Submit. Nope.
The snipping darkness does not seem to be swayed.
That or I'm just on the opposite side of the island.
That is also potentially possible. But
Nope.
but
That
yes.
is my downside option.
Virgo.
Do I get a?
Yes, I am Fergal. Hello. I sneezed and knocked everything over. Oh, there's.
Oh, is that Captain Chum Chum
Hello.
at last?
It is Captain Chum Chum.
He is real.
He
Welcome.
exists.
Where have you been, my friend?
Sleep.
There-
Probably.
How you doing, Captain?
They're here, but they know be speaking.
Yeah, he hasn't said anything yet.
His microphone's being a bit evil on him.
Yeah, it
I
says
think
he's
you might want to
speaking.
disconnect and reconnect.
Microphone, I know you can do this. I believe in you.
Yeah, because he's lighting up, but I have no idea what he's saying.
No, still not audible. Oh.
Make sure that your microphone is set.
Yeah.
Yeah, Discord occasionally forgets things. At least it has done for me.
He constantly tries to switch audio outputs and inputs for me.
Hold on, I have to add more spaces.
We will figure this out.
Fergal, what did you have?
Muted and deafened.
Yeah, they're mute deafened. They're trying to
Yeah,
figure
he's
it
probably
out.
just figuring it out. Yeah.
Wow, I am failing when it comes to getting that text to look good. It also doesn't help that in the in OBS I have to manually adjust it every time I open it. There we go. Hey, there you are. What's up, Captain?
I was muted.
Yes, you were.
I was gonna say a wizard is always late, but a pirate has no excuse.
You get how you doing?
You're alive.
You're alive.
Switching.
He is real. So, Captain Chum Chum, what you missed was we put together the initial layout of the dungeon and discussed a little bit about what we wanted to look like. Would you want me? I'm gonna recap that for you. And if you have your own ideas on this, please let us know. So for the entrance, they were thinking like a sailor shack cover. So like a sailor shack. So like a partly disused boat, so it looks ominous going in. And inside, it's like damp hewn stones with like sand and crude floors and like some bricks in between. It's lit by torches, and it you always hear the drippings of water. And it smells like rotting seaweed and decaying shellfish. And in your sanctum, you have all these organized chests of filthy gold and treasure in your lair. So that's the general atmospherics of the dungeon.
Sounds good to me.
And once you get in the roll 20, you can see that we have drawn
Something anyway.
the beginnings of the dungeon, and essentially there's this big circuit that they're forced on to whittle them down, and then it goes into the guard post, which I've put down as one of your dungeon duties, Captain Chum Chum. I felt like that is something that your character would be like, I have guard post.
Mm-hmm. Captain Chim Chim Guard Dungeon Bell.
And so we're at the part where we're at downtime actions, and Loggins just worked on a ritual, and also you might have noticed that we have another wicked one walking around. Bosun Maxilla, Captain Chum Chum, you're bound to run into each other eventually. Would you like to set up a scene where you introduce yourselves to each other?
I guess I can start with me returning to the dungeon after dejectedly not being responded by the snipping darkness. It's kind of... Why do they not believe that to the surface? To the surface dwellers. Why do they? I need minions to build our crab empire.
So you're dripping, ranting as you walk through the dungeon.
As I shuffle back into the crab room.
Indeed. And so Bosun Maxilla, would you like to describe yourself to Captain Chum Chum?
Yeah, I'm first thing he does is, of course, it's a skeleton. It's a very barnacle, with a lot of barnacles just kind of embedded onto the bones. Essentially, what you'd see if you had a skeleton lying at the bottom of the ocean for quite a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing a very fancy tricorn hat with golden inlays and crab chitin trim on the I don't know what that's called on a tricorn. The
I don't know.
Brim,
Might be
I guess.
trim. I guess it would be rim.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he wearing rather soggy clothing and a nice crab like chitinous, like conquistador-esque chest plate. It's like the top of a crab shell kind of going around him, his torso.
Very nice.
Okay, Captain Chum Chum?
Holy shit!
Jesus. Fucking hell, that scared me.
There he is.
That person is dead, but they're alive, but they're dead. What is going on?
Son Maxley at your service.
What you do? You're not mushroom guy, and you are not worship reptile man. So you are bony
Crab
what?
man.
Bony craft
Crab.
crab man, bony crab man. Got it.
Yeah, he's wearing a lot of crab stuff.
That's crabs.
I speak for the crabs.
So he's got crabs.
Yeah, no, there's literally a giant one sitting in the corner of this dungeon room. That is
Wrong kind of
sniffing angrily at
crabs.
us.
Yeah, there's a dire crab that the imps discovered, and the dire crab is sitting in the other side of the room, angrily just snipping at you because it doesn't like people much. Like it's just sitting there going.
I'm surprised I only am just noticing that. Jeez. I gotta work on guard duty.
The problem is that we can't actually order the crab, because every time you want to go near the crab will attack. It will take many lives before we tame it. Many, many lives.
Indeed, this is technically a hazardous creature. It's neutral, and any attempts the imps have made to feed it has resulted in the imps feeding it.
Yep. But we've smartly incorporated it into the dungeon itself, so it's kind of like we've just said, "Heroes, go towards the giant crab room."
Don't worry, it's perfectly fine. It's even friendly, even, as it then rips the head off an adventurer out of pure anger.
A very angry crab.
Oh god, yeah. It has two emotions: neutrality and anger.
So, oh, Captain Chum Chum, roll me 2 dice, because something that Captain Chum Chum does is he goes through all that delicious loot that he's gathered.
Yeah, so hopefully he'll be getting into Roll20 soon.
Oh, he's not in the... Oh, that's right, he's not in Roll20 yet.
Not just yet.
Ah, there he is.
There he is. Just a simple 2d6 with no modifiers or anything.
Roll 2 dice, so
2d6.
which dice?
2d6.
Yeah. /r space 2d6. Yeah, excellent. Ooh. That's...
We've just rolled really well.
That's 2 mixed, so you gain 2 gold. You now have 2 gold. Two tasty golden... well, it's rather more like 2 giant chests of filthy lucre, but you have 2 gold points.
Woohoo!
Yes. Which you can spend in a variety of ways. And let's see here. Downtime actions. So Fergal owes me a downtime action, and Captain Chum Chum, you get a downtime action as well.
Hey. Fergal, not me, Fergal is going to recruit a pack of minions.
How so? What you, on this island or somewhere else?
Yes.
Or what were you
Yes.
thinking?
He's gonna walk out the way he came in
Okay.
and look for foliage, trees, any place a mushroom. And he's gonna stand, spread his arms, and releases spores, hoping to attract, people that would willing to become minions.
Okay. Roll me a action. I'm not sure what
You
you
have a
want.
set of them. It's
What you want this to be?
banter, threaten, smash, or trick.
Well, those are examples that it gives of good ideas, but I don't know. Maybe it would be trick if you're using your
I
spores.
can do trick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Success.
Tricksy with the spores.
6, a 5, and a 2. So that's a success. It's okay.
Oh wow, that is a success. All right, so yeah, you release your spores. Tell me what answers your call.
So you do the thingy, and little toadstools come towards him.
Toadstools. Little,
Toadstools. They have little stumpy legs, little arms. They're good for hiding in plain sight. And they're good for getting job done. Think Minions from the Minions franchise, but
yeah, but
more
how
colorful.
are they gonna attack adventurers? What do they do?
Oh, they have sharp teeth. Right in the ankles. No.
Huh.
I like piranhas. They're not big or strong. But when
Oh.
there's a few of them,
So you have this pack of ferocious little jungle pygmy mushrooms.
yes. And they see the end. They wait, in plain sight for adventurers to come. They notice their prey. All of them at once.
Okay, that's kind of terrifying.
Isn't it?
All right, then yeah, so on your sheet you get to give them 2 points in one skill and 1 point in 2 other skills. And and they also get a an impulse. They have their own dark impulse as well.
Look, a good question is how many of them are there?
Yeah, throw out a number there. Chill out between 2 and 5.
4.
Okay, there's 4 of them. 4 vicious little
They're like leeches.
tropical shrooms. Oh, that's dangerous.
They get on you. It's hard to get off. The teeth
Oh, is
sink
that
in.
their thing? Is that they latch on you and they start sapping your life force?
It's draining you, yeah.
Oh, that's okay. That's kind of fucked up.
So
Blood
basically, they go
drinking
for your
hunger
legs
people.
because they're small. They go for your legs, and you might think it's like again like leeches. Their mushroom toxins make it so you can't feel their bite, so you don't notice unless you're looking down. And even if you're in a brush area,
Oh no! So they're
and
like,
then all of a sudden, a lack of blood in your leg, you can't. You know what it's like. You can't. Shit, you're gonna fall on the ground. Then they move up because they can reach now, and they slowly devour you up.
because they're sentient. They can speak the dark tongue.
I've made a nightmare thing, and I'm not gonna forget
Yeah,
it.
that's terrifying and acceptable. Excellent. Okay. Then yeah, you wander back to the dungeon with your new pack of killer tropical shrooms.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So, what would Captain Chum Chum like to do?
What would Captain Chum Chum do? It's an interesting question.
What's the actual page of the downtime stuff?
Ooh, that
That
is
can help a lot.
on the Wicked Ones. That is
Page 240 is downtime projects.
Yeah.
Because that will definitely help a lot.
Well, the
Do
option.
we already have a
What's
file
up?
friend? Sorry. Do we
Oh,
already have
it's
do we already
just-
have a file friend or not?
We haven't established all that. We were waiting for you before we did the overworld map stuff.
Okay.
I was looking at mixed roles in tier 1 projects.
So your options are brew, build, contact, craft, incant, recruit, or unfortunately not torture yet because you don't have a prison chamber or anyone in the prison chamber.
This needs to be rectified.
Yeah, like even you could like build a room, which is kind of cool. A trap or a lock or a trick.
And I can spend gold to get my minion, can I?
I don't know. Is it? Can you just
It
pay
says
gold
gold
to
can be
do that?
used to accomplish many of the things you can do with downtime projects without putting forth any effort.
Okay, hold on. Yeah. So any of you that have gold now, I guess you can do that. Is you can pay some gold to do that if you have an open minion slot.
Yeah, it says mixed roles on tier 1 projects is like you had to give up something to accomplish it, but
Yeah, I'm looking at the proper spend gold page. So the answer is yes, Captain Chum Chum. Do you want to spend gold for that?
I guess you.
I wanted to spend a gold to get my my goblin pirates to
Oh, you
get
don't have
working
them
on
yet.
that. Oh, I don't have my goblin.
No, you're just you right now. You have to go hire your goblins.
I have they have companion, which means they're always.
Is that what that means? Um.
The cohort, is that the thing you're referencing?
Yep.
Yeah, that just means that when you do get them, they'll be absolutely badass.
Yeah, cause companion page 195. Yeah, cause we haven't established you having them yet.
All right, they were just goblins. Yeah.
Yeah, there were goblins in the ship, and yeah, they might be similar, but they weren't officially yours until you then come out and say, "Hey, you're working for me now."
Hold on. Oh wait, no. Captain Chum Chum's right. Companion is a special upgrade only available when you first selected. You automatically get them. Okay, so never mind. You have your pack of goblins already, and they've been thugging around with you.
Sweet.
Ah, fantastic.
Like I said, rules are all over the book. I'm very sorry.
It's okay. I was gonna try and get them to start working on that. The vehicle room.
That requires materials. You're gonna have to do a raid for that. Because you're gonna have to find a source of like metal plating and like ballasts and such like that. However,
right.
As you're taking account of things in the vehicle bay, isn't Bosun Maxilla also in the vehicle bay right now?
Yep. He's actually doodling down sketches for a submarine. but it isn't really a submarine. It has legs.
Jump and wander over and look at it, be like, "Why are you drawing crab?"
Because crabs are the ultimate sea-dwelling life form. We can learn much from them, for they can operate both on land and sea.
Crab
It's-
not fly though.
Not until I install the crab cannon.
With tiny little parachutes.
Farowats.
What?
What's a parachute?
It's when you shoot two at the same time.
Ah. So I should put that double crab cannon. As he starts scratching out like an obvious like port cannon sticking out of the thing and just starts doubling, like scratches out and draws two there instead.
So this is a potential power struggle. Is Captain Chum Chum all right with the submarine having crab legs?
It's terrifying.
Actually, yeah, he's fine with it, because that would mean that he could. Crab still. Would it still be able to be like a submarine though, or would it have to walk on the bottom of the ocean?
Kind of both.
I mean, ask Bosun. He would know. He's the one drawing it.
Skull crab man. It just do walkies, or it swim and walkies.
Mostly walk, but it does do the occasional swimmy.
Mm,
As he,
why not do swimmy most of the time and then have legs on occasion?
Then wouldn't it be a lobster?
Lobster is just big crab, technically.
Lobster is. Lobsters
Tastier.
Said, lobsters are not crabs. They're not big crabs. They're long crabs.
Long crab chip is much preferable. I think
Bose is actually taking on this.
I think
You
we
can
are
see the
having what
particles.
DM referred to as power struggle.
You can see like the barnacles inside of his skull kind of.
This is pretty tame as far as
Wiggling
power
around.
struggles go. I'll tell you that.
We're arguing if now he's gonna start arguing if a lobster is indeed a type of crab.
Let us ask Google. Captain Chum Chum will look at him. Google. He's a lobster or a crab.
Unfortunately, Cham, that kind of magic does not exist in the world yet.
No, he's asking an imp named Google.
Ugh. And see.
We're
It sounds like you're both okay with it having legs as long as it can be a submarine too.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, can't you just do it like a turtle?
Oh, see, now you're adding all sorts of crazy talk into this.
Well, no. Think about it though. If you have the legs that pull back into the shell, then it's a submarine, and the legs will plop.
yes, but Bosun actually thinks that the legs make it more superior.
Well, it still has legs.
All right,
I
Captain
So
Chum
right.
He's
Chum.
more
So
leaning towards a scuttly
Uh,
thing more than a
downtime action.
boaty thing.
All right. I would like to. Well, we haven't built the outside world yet, so I was gonna like go out and recruit.
Recruit.
You already have your minions.
Well, you already have your minions. I mean, there is a creature lair that Loggins is in charge of. I don't think he's put anything there yet.
He's gonna put the ostriches there. He just needs to get the wrangle the ostriches first.
Could contact then, but again, we don't have any. We don't have an outside world yet.
No,
I
no,
shall be right
that's
back.
okay. Talk to me. Who would you like to contact?
Well, there's gotta be like other pirates, like pirates out there.
Uh-huh.
So I would probably like to contact a pirate that Captain Chum Chum would know that like is acceptable to other monsters. Maybe a hobgoblin pirate that's out there, maybe.
Hobgoblin pirate. Okay. Okay. Then how do you contact them? Do you go out? Do you like go out in a skiff to go find them? Do you fire off a flare? Like, talk to me.
So yeah, we don't have a. Well, like a dinghy, wouldn't we,
Yes.
or something like a little. So, that we'd probably sail off in a dinghy, and with
6 Goblins on a Dinghy
Captain Chum-
sounds like sounds like an adventure title.
where we would take turns where Captain Chum Chum watches and the other 5 of them take turns rowing. And we kind of sail off to find pirates.
Roll me finesse.
Before that, if we don't have a thing in it, we can't roll it.
What's up?
Didn't we think? I have no dice in finesse, and my minions don't have any dice in finesse.
You roll a
Then
D0.
you can attempt it, but you'll gain XP for attempting it that allows you to eventually gain that skill at 1 dot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's practice XP.
I mean, I mean, what way are you? I mean, they're teaming up to do the boat. So I mean, is it more like powerful rolling? Is this like, yeah, because
Yeah. So they are like they are. No, it's not. It's not powerful rolling. They're well, actually, they do have the dark, impulsive, aggressive, so it is powerful rolling. These goblin pirates.
all right, then I guess roll their smash instead. I mean, you set the actions, you set the scene, so I need you to tell me a little bit more.
Oh yeah, so like it starts out where they're like just rowing a little bit, but as they realize that oars can technically be used as weapons and that they are technically beating up the ocean as they swim, as they row, they start to do it harder and harder. So it becomes just a bunch of five goblins smashing into the ocean with their oars. Until Captain Chum Chum tries to kind of steer them a certain direction, and then they try to smash certain directions, but it doesn't really work out.
All right, roll me their smash then, for the. Yeah, that's. Yeah, so you gave up your dominant position to re-roll, which is okay, but you eventually do find the ship, and once aboard, the hobgoblins happily invite you upon board because they don't really see goblin pirates all too often, not in these shores. What's the discussion that happens? What do you tell them? What do you ask them?
We are building a dungeon, and we would like to have you join our alliance against the adventurers that plague our land that we live in.
The big hobgoblin sailor has a stipulation because this is a mixed, and he's quite concerned about the pirate hunters now, because a lot of them are just monster hunting fanatics that lump even human corsairs and light race corsairs as pirates and hunt them crazily, and this has only made it worse for the actual monster pirates. So that's his stipulation for joining this alliance, and spreading it amongst the other hobgoblin sailors.
Oh, we could also spread message amongst the other goblins, or the other hobgoblins that we were planning, or the bugbears, or even the orc.
He looks at you quizzically, and he starts rifling through his captain quarters, and he hands you a bunch of maps and charts, and says, "You take these home. You do homework. We'll be in these waters."
Captain Jum Jum love homework. It is the only thing more chaotic than actually being goblin.
Yeah, because a lot of those names almost seem to go over his head, as if they're not native to around here, or they have different names.
I will get help from our two imps, Rosetto and Stone.
Okay, so when you get back, you just hand these to the imps?
He'll actually try and get the imps to help him.
They gather around and kind of paw at it, and they don't really know what to do with it. They're kind of playing catch with it, really.
They are dum-dums.
I would like to torture the imps to get them to do my work for me.
I don't think you can. What do you want them to do? Like, you want them to read all the maps and tell you everything?
I want them to translate it between like the infernal language.
Oh no,
to-
you all
to
know dark.
English to
You all know
Goblin.
Dark Tongue. You can read it.
Oh, okay, I thought it was in like a different like light tongue, and it was like
No, he. They're special like Dark Tongue maps that the Corsairs use.
okay. So then he would probably like read it over, but he'd get the imps to like help him try and figure out like where on the map it means in the real world, like how far away, or
Well,
like
that's something that you think the other Wicked Ones would possibly be able to help you with, but the thing is, you do say all this to the imps, and they grab the maps and they do scamper off to the sanctum.
And
follow those imps.
Well,
Yeah,
they're buggerishly fast. As you catch them, well, more accurately, Captain Chum sprinting down the halls trying to catch up to the imps, and then Loggins, do you just chase after people who run? Are you that lizard brained?
Yes.
Okay. Fergal, people are running. Maybe there's something important going on. Fungus Man?
I'm here. Hello.
Those are some good painkillers.
Yeah, so I am actually leaving this earth.
Please don't.
I think he really believes he is a fungus in the
It's-
fantasy Caribbean.
I feel so weird. My body is like liquid. I don't like it.
Except your
Yeah.
new Mycan form. So, Captain Chum and Loggins are running off towards the sanctum. Do you follow them?
Sure, I can run.
I'm already in the sanctum, trying to get a crab fighting ring going.
Absolutely. You've accumulated some of the imps and some of the goblin pirates who I guess at some point found a crab, and you're about to do that when you look up and the imps burst down into the sanctum with some driftwood, and they start hastily whizzing around a table and building it and putting it together, and they take some like mud and clay and they heat it up and they start forming islands, and soon enough, by the time all of the Wicked Ones have gone there, they've made a whole map table that has all, like, they've recreated the maps that Captain Chum gave them. So and they're like in little receptacles next to the table, but they've built a table for you to figure out how things are going. Represented by the image that's been here the whole time.
Interesting.
And so let's do some major world building, guys, as the Wicked Ones gather around the map and the map room and have access to all sorts of other maps and materials so they can make sense of all these scribblings and scrawlings. Sandbox creation. Okay. The first thing up first is you guys are going through the maps. Where are you? Is a question you've been all asking yourselves. On which island are you?
Best one.
The best
Hey.
island.
Well, we can't be on one of the bigger ones, otherwise we would have already been pretty much rolled over, to be frank.
Who's Frank?
The crab.
Why are you being Frank?
Because his perpetual anger might help us chart things.
But yeah, I'm thinking maybe one of those
I-
small islands between those two bigger ones.
So you're talking
Virgil
about
was
the
not
chain?
prepared for that pun. or that joke.
I was thinking maybe the bottom, like the bottom, those 4 islands on the bottom right,
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
what
On
I
the
was thinking also.
bottom,
that can work.
the bottom middle ones, so that we actually have like some land to build off and ourselves.
Huh?
That could
Are you liking that little reef of islands there?
Mm-hmm.
And who lives in the reef but crabs?
The crab people live in the reef below the crescent island.
Okay, so you're thinking that like the kind of
Or that
bulbous
surface
island
ground.
that's directly under the big crescent.
Yeah, that underwater splotchy. I'm guessing that's a reef.
Yeah.
Can we pull that up in Roll20, the map,
No,
so we can kind of point out where we're looking at?
that probably would be the sanest way to do it, wouldn't it? Are you sure you don't want to tell me through interpretive dance?
I think he's having a stroke.
Yeah,
Does that tell you anything?
Did Lassie fall down a well?
I was just kind of channeling my inner David Bowie there, frankly,
Uh,
from Labyrinth.
right.
Do you have the tight pants on?
My tweet pants.
Mm-hmm.
I am not sure if
Captain-
it accepted that
Cap-
upload. So I'm
Captain
gonna
Chum
try
Chum not
that.
favorable of Labyrinth portrayal of goblins.
Why? They're so cool.
Only Goblin King is Chum Chum.
Oh wait, that made it as a token. Let's
You remind me of the
let's
bee.
do it on that layer. Then we're good.
What a nice
I
that
think he actually
movie.
released an album that was just like 4 different versions of that same song.
Yes, he did. That's because he wrote that song for the movie. And it was
Yep.
very different. And then it was like, oh, I can change this. And then he changed it after.
Yeah.
And they're all very decent.
The only
All
only
right.
thing they didn't change about Labyrinth is that the protagonist is 17 and trying to get a date from an older man.
All right.
Anyway.
No, it's the other way around. David Bowie's
Where
perving
on the map
kids.
did it touch you?
Where did David Bowie's tight David
I was
Bowie's
thinking,
tight
was
pants
this a
go?
reef?
That
Yeah.
well that's a coral that's a coral splooch.
Somewhere
Coral forest
underneath
splooch.
the massive banana.
Yeah. Cancel that. So yeah, we're gonna be on. Which of the small islands are we on?
That I'm asking you guys.
I'm just bringing it to
Yeah.
the table.
Yeah, how about the one with the most tree line?
Yeah,
Oh, so
I
you're-
was going to say the one shaped like a foot.
Oh my god, it is.
The
Well,
same
there's
one.
a foot.
Why
There's two
you
chicken
bully
wings
my
and a chicken
art?
wing. I never said that's a bad thing.
Plesno bully.
Look,
I
look,
almost said something on.
we're gonna live on the foot
Oh, wait.
island, and then we'll invade the banana island above us.
Yes. Next to the chicken wing and the 2 chicken nuggets.
And
Yes,
the bird-looking one.
we're very bird obsessed. That probably didn't help me creating the ostriches. God damn it.
Yes.
Crabs
You're
and
all
birds are-
bastards.
By the way, I almost said when you said don't, but I almost said don't worry. I like. I said it now, but it would have been a lot funnier.
Oh, that would have been
But,
horrible.
Yeah.
You should have worked for Nickelodeon. So,
So yeah,
Shoot.
we're gonna be on this island.
all right, I like it. I'm gonna mark it.
Okay.
All right.
I think is that the proper consensus?
Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, it's the most trees to burn with for logins to burn.
Okay, so now we detail the major factions, the tier 4s. So these are the cream of the crop. These are the biggest, angriest settlements on the map.
What's this orange thing right there?
I don't know. We'll find
It's
out.
orange. The giant orange.
It's like a lava field or something.
Ends in the giant orange.
If we call it a lava field, we could actually, or a volcano, we could actually turn it into a dwarven settlement.
So where do you identify the tier 4 factions on this map? So let's talk. What light side factions call this place home? What's here?
I know one, and I know where they are.
Do you?
It's on the very top small island. And it is the
wait.
it's the Brightstone Mercenary group.
Oh, and they're okay. So are they light side or are they neutral?
They are light
Oh
side.
god.
They even though they are officially mercenaries, they are basically privateers. They go around, find pirates, and destroy the pirate.
Yeah.
They act like almost like a security force.
I see.
Okay, so yeah, they'll be on the that tip there, so they can quickly respond. Yeah, they're a particularly powerful security military force.
All right.
Full of adventurers ready to burn it down dungeons.
Okay, so that all right. The bright side mercs. All right, and don't worry, I'll addend the map, the map you see here to reflect this. We're just kind of figuring out where things are. So
Bright side or bright stone?
it was probably Brightstone, and I messed it up.
I'm asking logins because I'm now confused.
You're muted. Will?
Kenny Loggins.
Eee.
Oh, I'm here. I'm here. Sorry.
So yeah, was it bright
Sorry, don't-
side or bright stone?
Brightstone.
Okay. Okay, so the Brightstone mercenaries. Well, what's the primary? What are they made out of? What races are part of those mercenaries? Is it just all the different areas around, or?
They are primarily humans and half-orcs. If that's the thing.
Humans and
Or-
what?
Half orcs.
Yeah.
Half orcs are
Half-orcs.
traitors.
Yeah.
Hey, who says they can't be? How
Oh,
dare.
because the light-sided races hate monsters. Why do they tolerate the half orcs?
I was gonna say elves, maybe.
I pondered elves, but that's just way too easy to pick. I think half orcs is a bit easier. Well, a bit more interesting, as in this regard they have an incredible eye for ingenuity. If you tell them to make something, they will, and better than even you than even you thought of. They're very good at doing tiny little detailed work like that.
So they're very civilized.
Yeah.
Huh.
They're trying to overcome their more monstrous origins and support the side they truly believe is right.
Okay, so the light side races tolerate them because they have their own ships, and
Yeah.
they try to trade and all that.
And in fact, like they give like downright benefits to the light side forces, saying, "Hey, you get from us, and we'll even add this on. Like we'll add extra on top of that because we want you to succeed. We want you to benefit."
I think
Okay. Um.
And that's all I got in my head. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. That's perfect. What other factions? What are the other tier 4 factions?
I
A
was
light.
saying
Hmm?
right there at the orange bit.
Oh, and
I was thinking maybe that's
yeah.
like a mountain or a volcano of some sort
Uh-huh.
that created this chain, and it could be a major kind of mountain-dwelling race fortress, maybe like dwarves and gnomes. So basically,
Dwarves,
they're
gnomes,
basically a big
giants, maybe.
What?
Giants, maybe.
Salamanders.
Well, salamanders are monsters. It's weird. They tolerate giants. I guess it's because they look like humans. I don't know.
They're just big, okay? They're not
Well,
monsters.
essentially,
They're just big.
I was thinking.
What were those? What were those dwarves that from like third edition that were like had flame beards and flame hair?
Like the Azir.
Azir, yeah.
But I was thinking that could be a major industrial hub of this island location.
Okay. And what lives there?
I was saying dwarves and gnomes primarily. But dwarves, gnomes, humans, but really anyone who can take they need to be able to handle the heat of the area, frankly.
Okay.
As they do actually use the volcano itself in some of their manufacturing.
Oh, so it's a huge okay.
Like they're
I like that.
yeah, this is basically like a factory, almost like a factory built into a volcano.
Right?
Like Mordor.
Almost, yeah. We can call this probably be dwarven in name because they might have been the first ones to establish it. Let's go with. I'll come up with a name for it.
Something Forge. That's
Flame Tongue Forge.
sure. Flame Tongue Forge sounds good to me.
I don't know what I was thinking.
It's a major industrial and trade hub of the area.
All right. I like that. And I'm saying that because of that, the other ones across the pond there, and that's a merchant enclave that kind of keeps to itself, and kind of like the Brightstone Mercs, they seem to also just accept all sorts of light side races, and I guess that's just something from around here where because the seas are so treacherous, there's a lot of camaraderie between the light-sided races. And they're even willing to accept creatures they wouldn't normally accept. So those are our tier 4 factions. So now that each of you we get to detail tier 3 factions. So of these, one is a dark-sided one. What do you guys think the dark-sided tier 3 faction is? So there's like 50 of them. It's a good settlement.
I'll say that the dark side faction is how Roll20 works. If I click somewhere, will it do the circle thing?
If you hold click on it, yeah.
Right there.
So right there is the remnants of a of like an ancient empire in the area,
Oh.
like almost like an Aztec empire, like an Incan empire.
And oh, but because they're attuned with the dark gods, they speak the dark tongue.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of like stone statues of like eldritch things and it kind of like cities instead of like cities with temples in them, it was temples that just have
Okay.
like
I like it.
it was like the meeting ground for the gods. Maybe there's even like a rumor. Maybe there's even a rumor that like the god built the city and then like people moved in to worship.
Okay.
For a name, how about I don't know, some sort of God's Landing or something like that? Demon's Landing.
Well, the thing is, you guys don't have perfect information of everything yet, so it makes sense that not everything's named right off the bat. Right now, we're just kind of trying to figure out where they are and what they are.
Works for me. We can get more information on what they're called later.
Yeah, because I do want to move us along for time. We're tarrying. Two light, one neutral. So where do you think and what do you think another light faction would be?
Must be on the big islands.
Possibly, or they might be colonies, because these are starting to be smaller areas now, or smaller populations.
I think we're required by law to have paladins.
Oh yeah, where do you think the paladin order is?
Maybe like right in the middle of the banana. You know what I mean? Like
Like right
far
there?
enough away from the mercs, but like yeah, like inland quite a bit. Like yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm. That'll be a tier 3 paladin enclave.
Yeah, we'll learn, and you definitely don't know what the name of this one is because it's in very stiff light tongue that you do not quite understand.
I mean, the most words we know are like gold, shiny, shiny knee, steel.
Indeed. Okay.
And yeah, maybe we don't know much about them because it's like they're inland, right?
Yeah, they're far inland.
Maybe they don't even have ships.
That's also possible. Maybe they're tasked with defending the coast.
Yeah.
I'd like something on the last big island that we haven't touched.
Greater JK, what's the party of 10?
Hello, John. Thank you for the raid.
Oh god,
Thank you.
okay.
Welcome.
That be my friend.
Raiders.
That's the other D&D game I play on.
Hell yeah. Right now we're deciding where the different races of this area are. The different factions are located. And because all of the wicked ones right now are peering on a map table to discover where they will want to raid in the future. Much
ever
l-
so slightly paralyzed in real life. Just a warning, John.
Yeah, as our fungi is high on spores. Um, so
Listen,
so what were you saying, Bosun?
I was saying that I'd like something on this island.
All right, what were you thinking?
Hmm.
Halflings?
Nah, too easy.
I don't want to keep. I feel like I keep butting in and being like, let's do this, let's do that. But,
That's all right.
Yeah. Shoot. Oh,
That's part of the game.
Why don't we have like at a brain fart? If we have that big island,
Mhm.
and they're close by the Merchant Enclave, I don't think the Merchant Enclave, if they're like, is they're a tier 3, aren't they?
The
Yeah.
Merchant Enclave, it's hard to tell, but it's tier 4.
What's tier 4?
Yeah.
so it means
So but like they probably wouldn't let like a like what like okay, my thought process is, why is the Merchant Enclave on there instead of on like that huge island? So what if our neutral one was like um like a like a brain fart.
That's all right.
there needs to be more major
Um,
human settlements.
Like a major human settlement, or just a major like mixing ground, you know what I mean? Like the Merchant Enclave is all for like the light siders, like all like the light side races kind of mingle there. What if this is like a community that doesn't specifically no. I was gonna say that doesn't like judge, but then it's like, well,
I was thinking maybe more of the neutral and dark side races be more relegated to smaller islands,
mm,
due to if they're not powerful enough to hold off the more.
Because
more
are
powerful
there
light side races.
the other thing is, are there any aquatic races around here?
Yeah, I'm waiting for like a tier 2 or tier 1 crab people's civilization right here.
Oh, I see.
okay. I have an idea.
Yes, sir.
I want to play off destroying a trope. Okay. We have a light side faction still left, don't we? Another one.
A neutral and a light side.
Okay. On that big island, like right around there,
I'm
a
not
light
seeing
side.
I'm not seeing your ping.
Oh,
Ah, there we go.
yeah. We have a light side faction that are drow.
A monstrous race? How?
Oh, wait, are drow considered monstrous?
Yes.
Oh, just
They
elves.
are-
Okay.
Yeah, they are basically like
we'll
drow
just-
are
yeah,
basically
we'll-
just evil elves.
Yeah, Wizard of the Coast doesn't think they're all evil, but a race that inherently enjoys slavery is kind of evil in my book.
Oh, and murdering babies for sacrificial rituals.
It's an entire island of Dritzes. That's what I'm talking about. They all have panthers. They all use 2 weapons. All good.
Oh god.
Oh god. So what you're saying is they're traitors.
They are a family known as the Salvatores.
I was saying, or it could just be an elven settlement.
Yeah, maybe just having like an elven settlement that we don't.
Yeah,
You know.
if it was gonna be an elven settlement, I'd rather it be more inland.
Or somewhere in between, maybe.
Because
like,
really, what's a good evil campaign without burning down an elven forest?
Oh, so more like here.
yeah, and then you can play it a little bit like maybe there's wood elves there too, and maybe that's why the merchant enclave isn't there, because they're more insular.
Oh,
They're more
okay.
like,
Yeah, so a wood elf enclave.
and they're elves. They've been there for like forever, so they know stuff about like the dark culture that they're not sharing. Oh, I love world building so much.
Yep. But yeah, no, totally on that big southern island is definitely gonna be a. Because come on, you have to burn down an elven forest at some time during an evil campaign.
Eh.
That's like one of the checkboxes to tick.
So that means we have a neutral left, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna.
It would be a good neutral faction. Would be any of the lighter race. Something rather insular.
I'm gonna say that up here is a clan of merfolk that want nothing to do with any of these talks of pirates or forges. They just want to live in their pearlescent palaces. And they are obsessed with weather and nature magic, and so only through good trade do they even bother with the endeavors of the various sailors that use their services for safe travel along the seas.
Okay, so you have to cut them a really good deal.
All right, we're at the tier 2s now. So you want the dark one to be the crab people?
Yep.
Okay.
They're either tier 1 or tier 2.
People.
How big is tier 2 anyway?
Like 20 or so.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, right above that small little cluster of islands is going to be the crab people.
Okay.
Also keeps them away from the merfolk, who they probably are warring with.
Yeah, they're not big fans. They're not big fan. Well, unless they're eating them, then they are huge fans. But the thing about the mermaids is that there's so many of them and they're so organized. Like it's really hard for the crab people to get a good nibble.
Yep.
They upset about that. All right, tier two factions. Two light, one neutral.
Well, there should be a smaller human settlement on some of the smaller islands.
Hmm. Okay.
It's like a fishing I mean,
Yeah,
we're dealing with like 20 people or so. Let's just go with a fishing hamlet. Yeah, one right there, one right there.
Let's kind of tuck that right there. So that way we go boom, boom. And again, don't worry those at home. I know it looks like nothing's happening, but I'm gonna draw this on the main map that you see next to you next session, and it'll all make more sense.
It's all a ruse.
It's all a trap and a ruse. There, it's really all brainwashing to eat you.
Yeah, no. The main important thing is that we're on that small little kind of cluster of islands at the southeast, like the far southeast of the map. And we're on the westernmost of that island, the one that's kind of those islands. We're kind of on that foot-shaped kind of one with the most green on it.
Mocking
That's where we are.
my artistic might. Tier 1 factions. So, Tier 1 Dark Faction, what do you think they are and where are they?
I would like to claim the Tier 1 Dark Faction.
Okay.
Just as just so I can put them somewhere in the world. I would like right about if I can actually, yeah, yeah, that works. I would like because tier ones are like just basically just like
Small group,
a
yeah.
small gathering of people, right?
Yeah.
Something like
10
10 or so.
Yeah, exactly.
10 or so, yeah. I would like that to be the home, like so yeah, just like a small gathering of people, right? Would that be the home of a beholder?
A beholder. Okay.
Beholder.
But
Yeah.
not obviously not
And
a very
his
powerful
retinue
one.
of people who are. He's he
He's a rival.
he fell asleep
dungeon.
and he woke up here.
Oh wow.
So we have
Yeah.
a rival evil dungeon.
Oh my goodness! And yeah, as soon as we said we were gonna start a dungeon, we got a note that said, "You have rival."
Oh, yeah.
He showed up. He challenged us. We had a Pokemon duel. He won.
Okay, so this beholder is not only aware of
Yeah.
you, but he's quite upset at you. Okay. Because after
Yeah.
all, beholders
In
are
his- in his
infamously
mind, yeah.
paranoid.
Yeah. No, he's more worried about the elf tribes right now. We're pretty low on the totem pole, but he definitely thinks we're plotting against him.
Yeah. I like
Yeah,
it.
he's angry at the elves for founding
Being
a
on his
town
island-
on his
being in his
new
giant
island.
city.
They moved to his island, not he moving to their island.
Essentially. I mean, beholders are the type to burn down continents if they think they might choke on a moldy sandwich.
They are those kinds of people. Yeah. They
Yeah,
get
they're the
upset
guys-
very
they're the guys-
quickly.
Yeah, they're the guys paranoid enough where they're willing to do
And
crazy acts.
I'm saying that there's a bunch of hill giants that no, they're jungle giants that live in the middle of that lower island as well, and they kind of coexist with the elves, but they don't necessarily like them. They just want to be alone and do their own thing and live in the forests.
Things with sticks.
Yeah. All right. Tier 1 Lightsiders now.
Well, we have a few empty islands. We might as well just plop some stuff on.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're thinking something like that, and then something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fill out the map a bit more.
What do you think lives in those places?
What if?
Something like that would almost purely be a fishing or agrarian
Yeah.
society. Like,
But maybe one that's kind of maybe. Okay. Hear me out.
Okay.
What if they are communities from like okay. So in this world we have on our map, like there's nothing beyond it, or that these are just like a
Oh, there are all sorts
We're
of
in, like,
different
a-
regions and places of the world.
focused area
Yeah.
of a bigger world.
Yeah, we're in a smaller area of a
Okay,
bigger world.
So what if these were like the beginning settlements, like the excursions, the expeditions of like of some bigger nation, some other tier 4 from like way away from you know, like-
Okay.
Spain coming to the Mediterranean, you know what I mean? Or the Spain coming to the Caribbean, that's what I mean. The bigger.
yeah. Wipe out a few island populations. Set up
Okay.
some trade.
Race wise, maybe make them
Humans are probably the most go-to for something like that.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, okay. Whoa, okay. What if it's not just that they're humans? What if they're Azamar?
Oh.
Like celestial bloodline.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then I noticed you put down some halfling brewers.
Yep, I commandeered that one to fill up the map. All right, so I'm gonna have a lot to draw, and it's gonna be quite fantastic.
Feel free to dot in a few more tier 1 human villages.
I already think that is a lot of stuff. Because they are all gonna have like clocks that like progress and shit like that. It's gonna be intense. Because as the Wicked Ones finally have finished their mapping, as they put little pins in the map and marked them with flags, and have now a very good idea of what the world is like around them.
I thought they were gonna be in houses, not in tents.
What's up?
I thought they were gonna be in houses, not in tents.
Houses not in tents? You said
Hmm.
pins.
He said it's gonna be of all the stuff. It's gonna be pretty intense, and I thought we were gonna have them in houses.
That is a
you ever
terrible pun.
Almost
You should
say
feel
Will's in
bad.
I feel like my
I-
soul died a little this day. All right, I'm gonna roll Calamity now. All right.
After that, you gotta roll something apocalyptic.
Okay, so that's
Oh wow.
that's a mixed. Minor Calamity. Oh, minor Calamity, you say? Ah, so you guys are working on your maps and are finally starting to get your bearings, thinking of your first place to raid, when things kind of start to shift and tumble in the sanctum a little bit. There seems to be some kind of structural problem.
What area is this?
And a crack forms in the ceiling as drips of water just dribble on top of your head.
Oh no.
Maybe building underneath a lake was not a good idea. Not really much you can do to fight that, frankly.
Indeed.
So this gives me an idea to make lemonade out of these lemons. So I shove the table to the side and say, what if our and just I'm gonna thought like, what if our lower layers of our dungeon are flooded?
Half of us can only breathe in the air. Not smart.
Fergal does actually require air.
I'm the only one who does not require air.
Mushrooms need air to breathe, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Well, we do prefer dark and moist areas. Air is still needed.
Indeed.
What I'm thinking is more along the lines of essentially making it even more wet and sloggy at the lower layers.
Cause yeah, so the thing is the sanctum is not okay with the portion it is. You're gonna have to relocate it eventually. For now, it's okay where it is, but yeah, you're probably gonna have to build down another layer to get it more sea protected.
Yeah. Well, for now, we're gonna have to just stick a pillar there and hope that the ceiling doesn't crumble.
Okay, so you all just kind of snap your fingers and yell for the imps.
That sounds about right.
The imps tug at your tug at you and like rub their fingers together, wondering who's gonna pay for the renovation.
I don't have any money. For the renovation.
Chum reaches into pocket.
You throw him a little sack of gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
This means that we're gonna have to snatch some gold from somewhere else to pay for the
Indeed.
putting a pillar in our inner sanctum of evil.
As yeah, they're frustrated because we just built the sanctum, we just built a nice map room, now we have to do this shit, and they start moving stuff around even more, and they're grumbling. And so our session is going to close as the Wicked Ones come to a realization. They're dead broke, and one's just dead. So
I take offense to that.
So you're going to have to raid to get some money, but the question is, why are you going to raid? Is it possibly to finish your vehicle bay? Could it be to curry favor with the dark side races? We will find out next episode on Wicked Sales, which starts at 11 a.m. PST. And does anyone have any promotions? Chill Out Corner, perhaps?
I do. I'm not gonna be streaming today. Maybe tomorrow. I did a 12-hour but but other than that, I have my big D&D 5e inspired
You
contest show.
are very ready to lay down right now from the amount of painkiller inside you.
I was convinced I was asleep. For 2 minutes, I was sitting there and I was.
You looked somewhat catatonic.
I don't feel great.
I wish you a swift recovery.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Plaid Weasel, don't you have stuff going on?
I do. I have the Raven Rolls channel,
Yeah. Hold on, let me
the Raven Roll, and we've been doing some stuff there. Yeah, we whether they're doing adventures or they're doing party games some nights. They're starting to get a bit of a schedule figured out, and the main thing I think on the channel is I mentioned it last time. It is Iskbuffed and Chris Estrad. It is a Viking setting,
Yeah.
and horror campaigns. It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
I guess I could plug the Cyberpunk stream on this channel at Sundays, with hosted by Necrosurge, our lovely GM.
What's that? Never heard of that name before.
Sounds like an asshole.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm the techie in the it's Sundays at 5 Pacific time.
Yeah. Let's raid into someone. Who's got someone doing tabletop stuff that they know? Let's keep spreading the love to tabletop people. I love it.
There's Band of Badgers
Band
playing.
of
They're doing D&D, I think.
Ooh, is that just Band of Badgers? It says they're live and they're doing.
Dude, that's your.
They're doing, they're playing something called Vicen, I think.
Yes.
I have no idea, but it looks awesome. So we're definitely gonna.
They're a very fun group.
We're definitely gonna disco dance over there right now.
That is also a great huge name too. Band of Badgers.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Thank you all so much for joining us. Next time we commit acts of war crimes / piracy. I mean, if there's a difference, let me know. Yeah, I was about to say those actually sound like the same thing, but one has extra steps.
I think piracy is a war crime.
Nope, because it
Oh,
can
that-
be done outside of war. It's just regular crime.
Oh, I think it just is a regular high crime.
Privateering is a war crime. That's what it is.
Yeah. What they wanted to put a stop to was countries saying, "We'll give you money if you fuck up our enemies."
Yeah.
All right, now we're raiding out. Show 'em some love.